All right, and Walmart. Oh my gosh, Walmart is getting on my nerves right now.
Yes, I saw it, but oh, it went back up $1
Yeah, I know. I seen that pre-market. It's going up because it's fighting
because it wants to go. And I think that catalyst has a big thing to do with it, what Londell sent yesterday.
All right, well, we're gonna take a look at it. So give me a second, guys.
They don't want it to go up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Neo looks good. Yeah, a few of us are in Neo right now on puts. And that actually, I was surprised though. This is a nice gap for us. This is a nice gap.
Yes.
This was target right here, 13.7. So right now, like in it, you could see they're kind of fighting, but in order for them to even get back up here, they got to fill this gap. So this is gonna be a push and pull dynamic for them.
So that is, what is that support here? That is the 13.7.
Yeah, this is it. This is exactly where they came down to. It's 13.7. That was our target right here. Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice little.
Yeah. And we got it up here.
Exactly.
We got it up here. That's so nice. Yeah, so nice. Yep. And here it's at the and remember, because for me it was like the 200 MA here at the 30 minute. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be, they could potentially hold here, and you can see we are.
Yeah, they can bounce back.
Yeah.
There, but yeah, we can get out.
Yeah. So yeah, at open, I'm gonna sell.
Definitely.
Well, I may sell 90% and just hold one. I don't know, just depending on what it looks like at open, because well, let me see what the daily, because this would be our first. I mean, this would technically be your flag though. If we can range like this, because this is where we're at right now. This is your flag.
Right.
This is a pretty tough support here, which is why we have it here. All right. There. All right. So, all right, now let's look at Walmart.
Yes.
Oh,
but that was in a blink of an eye, because I just saw it at 158 and change. And
so this was my thing. So this is where we've been consolidating at right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So even if we fall below this area, we're still coming back to that next support, because this was the breakout area.
Right.
Fall below that, but anything below this is a no-no. 157, which is why I have my marker here. And if you break out above these levels, this would be the marker going up. But we are currently in a bullish flag right now. So, but I think what's happening is they're trying to hang on here in this area. It's a lot of like push and pull. Yes. Closing like this, I didn't like this closing candle, because I'm like, dang, that's a big selling candle, because now I'm seeing at least we're going to go here. But again, that's how it looks on the daily. You can see the pole here, the flag here, the double bottom, another pole, another flag. So we're still like in a bullish trend, right?
Momentum, yes.
Yeah, and then if you look at the monthly here, let's look at it in a big picture here. Let's clear out all this stuff. So here, as long as, and this is the level I said we need to stay above, closer here in this area. And you can see this was last month's candle. We've been able to hold it. We opened up here. So even if we come all the way down here, we're still in a good position. Yeah, we just don't want to be back below this level. Back below this level will put us where we've been at for the last 3 years. But as long as we can stay above this level here, then it's still signs that we're still above. Okay, but we do got to pay attention to rejection. So that's why I said make sure your stops. That's why I changed my stop to about it was like 155.6. I had initially started at 153, and now my stop is up at 155. Right. Okay. All right. So let's look at where we're at now. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like they're fighting right now. They're fighting these levels. So, oh my gosh. Look, they're back down. This is the recent candle, 158.62.
Right.
Yeah, 158.62 here. So I don't know.
And right now they're at 159.21.
Are they at 159.21? I cannot
Yes.
see that. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. It's at the current stats 159.21.
Yeah, it's a lot of volatility right now. Are you sure it's not 158? I don't see
No,
anything.
no, and that's funny, when I opened it to look at where it was now, it was at 158 something, but now it is, in a few minutes it had gone to 120, 159.21. I'm looking at the chart, Robinhood.
All right. Well, let's look at the 4-hour here. These are our little areas. So yeah, if they fall back below, this is the next support here.
Yeah.
But
So that's what encouraged me, that to see it at 159.21. I was like, okay, well, you're trying to, while SPY's coming down, you're still trying to go.
yeah, about to look at them right now. Okay, so Walmart, we know we're still battling this little area right here. All up in this area, we're still battling with Walmart. But this is that resistance area that they've been trying to break for the last 3 years. So there is going to be a push and pull in this dynamic here. The only thing is because we've been resisting this area for the last 3 years, you just have to stay open, okay?
Yeah.
Because if there is a rejection, you just got to make sure you have your stops in play, and that's so you don't, so you minimize your risk.
Right.
Waste your money, okay? You don't want to be losing your whole $6 grand on the trade. That's ridiculous. Okay.
No.
All right. So we're in Walmart. Let's go. All right, with SPY here. Huh. Where did SPY close at yesterday?
Yeah, I know. Let me look. Because it's at 453. Oh, it made it back to 454.20. Right.
456.48. We're here, I
So,
think.
let's see.
Yeah, we're at this, we touched the support. Now we're coming back on 454. Ooh, opening up below
Today's the
454.
first day.
That's it. Let me look and see.
Yeah, and it went to 453 this morning too. So
yeah, yeah, we could be like anything below this level. If we don't hold this level here, this 451, let's look at the next support level. This could be pullback time. Like, I don't know, but this is the start of this candle here, 451. This is where we're at right now. We touch pre-market right here. Okay. So the next level of support, if we don't hold this area 451, this is it over here, coming back and testing 443. 443 was the recent breakout. Here, here. So if we can't hold the support here and keep this little trend area up here, anything below this is coming down. If we hold it in this area here, then we'll just be trending between 451 and 458. Once we get to 458, back to 451, kind of that consolidation. But if we can't hold it, 443 is our next area. Okay.
I guess SQQ will be happy.
All right. Yeah, see this? Higher, lower, lower, just the indicators pointing down below 50 right here at support. We need to hold this area. And we've been holding it prior, but can we sustain this area? If we cannot hold this area, yeah, this is the 443, which is right here close to the 200 MA. And this was the breakout. So if we can't hold this level, we're coming back and testing 443, but 443 is now new support, which before it was resistance. See, there's not a lot of movement in between these levels, because once we broke out of this 443 area that we were rejecting, for some time before that breakout above occurred, it was like a massive move up. So it's not very strong resistant areas here. I mean, you got the 448 as resistance, but it didn't really it wasn't a big resistance. I mean, it came up here to 451, came down, pulled back to 448, then took off. Okay, so it wasn't a strong resistance here. So if we cannot hold this level, it's going to be the same way down. Okay, it's probably going to be a big, nice move down. Okay, but we got to hold this area. As long as we can hold it,
the 443.
Yeah, no, the 451. 451, we can hold 451, then we'll be able to push back up to 458. Yeah, but if we cannot hold this level here, yes, that's a nice little move. All right, let's look at I want to look at MSFT, because MSFT I've been eyeing too, because not being able to hold this area here, if MSFT cannot hold this, and I see they were trying to hold it here, I'm about to make some pre-market, but not being able to hold this area down here, that's a big move back down for MSFT. Okay, if they cannot hold this area here, right up in here, it's gonna be a nice little, I think we said about 310, right? Like 310. A nice little area down, a nice little move down. But let's look at them here. 334. Oh, they took a low of 331 pre-market. They're below 334.
Yes.
I know they keep bringing it back up. Like they hit a low of 327 over here, and then they were able to bring it back up.
It's about, and that's the tug of war, it goes up.
But they don't have no, like right now they're underneath the 200. They're underneath the 200 MA on the 4 hour. There's not really any patterns that show me that there's like strength here. So I think for me, I'm going to be checking it like by Friday. I'm going to be, MSFT is on my watch list. But if by Friday we close below this level here, this here is a bullish flag right here. But if it breaks this flag here and falls below, you see this is a doji, but remember, a doji could indicate, well, actually,
continuation or reversal.
Yeah, but technically it's not completed its formation yet, so I'm talking too soon. But if we close below this level by Friday, this is a sign that it can't hold. Okay, and if it can't hold,
going down.
Yeah, it's going down. And look, we're already overbought. We're already overbought. So this will be our next play, guys. Like I know we got the Walmart move and we got the NEO move, and NEO, you guys need to get out of positions. Yeah, get out of NEO. You got your little, we hit target.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out. But Walmart, we got our, we got stops on Walmart for protection. Yeah, but we kind of got to be patient with them. And the MSFT is the next one that I'll be eyeing. And I'm gonna wait till after this week, because if we close below this level, that is an indication for a nice down. Okay, I think 318 would be safer. I'd say about 318. But still, if you can get it over here, right below here, that's a pretty good move. Okay. So we just got to be patient with MSFT and see if they hold. But the thing is, if we're in a pullback right now, then then that's likely what's going to happen. MSFT is going to pull back too. If SPY is in a pullback, but SPY has to hold that 451 area. If they lose it, more than likely we're coming back down to retest the 443 area. And if that's the case, Microsoft will most likely follow. Okay. Now let's look at QQQ. All right. So that was the support there for QQQ, and that was 376. Hit a low of 377. We're back down at these support levels that we've been creating on the daily. Now, question is, can we hold these levels? Can we hold them? Okay. If we cannot hold them, pullback season. Where the bullish trend is where they're not, like, it's not holding up. Okay. So we kind of have like our levels drawn out in the event that these pullbacks come. So if we cannot hold this area here, this 375 area, because we just hit a low of 377. We're pre-market, pre-market. We're coming down 377. I mean, we're back up now, but we're coming down on these supports. Okay, we're getting close to these support areas. If they don't hold, this here is a strong support. I mean, I'm only on the 30-minute, but you can see kind of like how long we've been holding. And I remember we seen this pin bar not too long ago. I think it was like a week ago. We was like, oh shoot, but this is an indication that sellers are close. Okay, this is what happened was sellers pushed it all the way down pre-market, buyers pushed it all the way back up. They were able to hold it, but still it's a sign, guys. It's a sign, okay, that sellers are possibly close. Okay, and it hit all the way down to 355.9. So at this point, the only thing we can do is observe to see if we can hold, but I don't see, like, even with these indicators, like, look at this one. This one's pointing down right now. I mean, unless we turn here and start to curve up, yes, we can get some bullish momentum in, but to be honest, it's looking a little bearish to me.
Yeah.
It's looking a little bearish. Like, even this, buyers trying to push it up, sellers is like, nope, boom, pushed it back down, okay? Which can indicate there's sellers in the area, okay?
Right.
And then you can even see here, this is just the 1-minute chart, but it's the details. It's kind of bearish, pointing down, coming. It's definitely looking like it wants to come down to this support level here, which is, I think, the middle. Yeah, and then this one here is 375. So not holding 375, then our next move down is 368. Okay, 368 from 375. Yeah, it's interesting. Kind of ready for this pullback.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Londell. I was just wondering about you.
What did you guys do last night? What did you guys do last night to the market?
I know, right? We wanted our Neo to
Yeah.
Y'all see Neo, guys? They hit target for us.
Yeah.
They hit our target.
After the bell, man.
After the bell. Wow. Yeah.
You
Ruth,
almost sold
Ruth.
yesterday, Ruth, and I'm glad you didn't.
Ruth, did you look at profile, Ruth?
I'm bought Londell. I sold that in a
Oh, you had Sophie puts.
yes. Remember, I did the calls and then I did the puts.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, guys.
Yep, and then
all right. So for Dr. Connor and
it's done there.
Don, yeah. So let me tell you what happened. Okay, with Sophie.
Hi, morning.
I
Good
don't.
morning. So this is what's happening. So we've been monitoring Sophie because this is Londell's trade, right?
Yes.
So Sophie,
baby.
so
I
Sophie
heard.
is part of resistance. Okay, so act like you don't see this. This was not here. None of this was here.
Okay.
So we hit resistance here, and Londell's like, yes, we're back at resistance or whatever. And they're like, you know what? I've been eyeing Sophie. I'm gonna put, blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, well, let's monitor it. Let's see what the chart looks like. So he does his own analysis on that. I'm like, okay, good. But I see a little few signs that tells me, okay, this could be possible bullish. So you got to be careful, right? So then all of a sudden he comes in with the catalyst. He's like, he was like, their earnings expected beating, all the good stuff with pushes the stock up, right? So he's like, okay, I'm not going to touch it because, earnings is good.
Yeah, predictable.
Spike up. So as soon as market opens, Ruth Ann pulls the trigger, gets to the top, and gets 300%.
Yep.
300% in 2.5 seconds.
Wow.
Yep.
On
Thank you, Londell.
300% on.
Man.
So Londell waits till we get to the high. So we already calculated resistance pre-market before it hits. We go to the next resistance level because we know they got good earnings. So we're about to probably go up, right? So as soon as we get to the next resistance level, Londell gets put.
Oh no.
So he takes the puts call. And then so it's funny because he got the puts here, everything got the calls here. I swear to God.
But I also got the puts. I was not
you got the puts at the high too?
Yes. And that's why I sold out after. That's correct.
Well, anyway, long story short, he's back down here. Okay. They're like, okay, so this here is
So Londell, how are your puts? Do you still have the puts?
No, I got the puts at 11:47.
Exactly.
sold
I
them already.
I jumped out. I jumped out at 10:89.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
But
jumped out
now-
over here.
But now
Hold
it's
on,
at
here.
like 10:15.
Yeah, it's at
Ah,
10:13. I jumped out at 56. It was
Patience.
56%.
And I jumped out and I say, I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. I'm not. All yesterday,
Yeah,
I was-
he said that. And then
I was like-
I said something and he's like, Ruth, and where is Sophie now?
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
it's here. It's at 9.92, so that's crazy. It came, but this was the resistance wall that it broke
9.92.
out of. Yep,
Ah,
But
okay.
it's going back up. It's at
Because-
10:12 now, right now.
right here, 10:21. So yeah, but I thought it was funny because like all this happened
Yes.
yesterday, guys. This all happened yesterday, right?
Yeah. Was it yesterday or day before? Was it yesterday?
What's
Londell?
yesterday? Monday? No.
No,
today's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Day
Today's
before.
Wednesday. So yeah, I think it happened between Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Monday and Tuesday.
That's
yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Oh my God, I've been missing this excitement.
Yes, but you know
Yes.
what? The dynamic, what I love about this is like we don't coerce each other to buy plays. You know, we
Correct.
see each other charts, right? And we look at the
Mhm.
charts, and even sometimes they'll say, okay, I might take this position or I might take this position. And Ruth Ann, she always like, if you say I might take this position, Ruth Ann will take it with you. She don't
Yeah.
she's like,
Yep. Because we chart it. So I mean, you know, it's a sound decision.
no, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. So it's just funny. This yeah, we kind of all been watching it, but I thought that was just funny how
Yeah. And then we text about it all day too. So shoot.
But yeah, she got a 300% up.
Yeah,
That's
and then
amazing.
56% in the
And
poll.
also, yeah, with Neil, I don't know if did you get in Londell? Yeah, we got in and around here. Neil's down here now, so we got in
Yeah.
here.
I
He
did
was
get
a
him in
target.
That's a good thing.
It
You
better
did or
be
you
a
didn't?
target.
I did.
You
Yeah.
guys did puts?
Yeah,
we
in
did
Neo.
puts at the
Yeah.
top, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So,
Oh,
yeah, we did
nice.
puts up
Lovely.
here. So
Yeah.
now we're right here, but this was target, okay? And remember,
Okay,
if
so
we fall
just-
below here, yeah, next target is down here. I mean, I don't know how many contracts you guys got. I got 3. I'm thinking about selling 2 and letting 1 come down, but I might just sell it all. I don't know if I want to. Because
Exactly.
Neo, the thing about Neo is you kind of get impatient with them.
Yes,
And they don't want to
exactly.
move fast enough.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. All right. So let's look at Apple, guys.
Mhm.
See where we're at. So we're still trending here. We're at this 194. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is we're at all the resistance areas that we initially had like months ago. Okay. So we knew that 194 was the resistance on Apple. We knew 454 was the resistance on SPY. Now we're at these levels here. It's crazy pre-market. 194 for Apple, 150 or 454 for SPY. We're at these. That's why for me, I'm a little iffy because we're back at these resistance levels, but we're right below them pre-market. And look at this coming down here. Like if you kind of look at this pattern here, this to me kind of looks like an M. Okay, you got higher tip, a little bit lower, and then more,
Yes.
and then a little bit lower. Yep. And then now you're coming down. And if you can't hold this and you go below 50, this is a sign of weakness. And this is a 4-hour chart. So if it starts going down into oversold, you're breaking these levels. Like that's it. You're breaking. The next level, if we can't hold this support area on Apple, which is this area of support that we've kind of been coming in between, we've been in between these levels here, this is your next level down. So, and that to me kind of looks like an M there.
But Apple was supposed to make a big move too. It just
Yeah.
never came. It just
It
never.
just never did.
But I made profit in it going up though.
See,
Because
I don't know. We still are holding, we're still holding.
Yeah.
So we haven't lost these levels yet. But all I'm saying is in the
I'm glad I came out at 197. I had taken 194 to go up because I thought it was going to make that big
But-
move.
But didn't Apple, I was reading last night that Apple had some negative news about their, iPhone sales. and
Yeah,
other
that's
things.
why. But they do that every time Apple is in for a big bust. You can guarantee some negative news will come out. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's all psychological warfare. Just like,
Mhm.
okay, so guys, I took this was right before the catalyst, right? And it was my fault. I was premature. I was premature in Apple. I took a put at 194. But I had my stop right above. Okay, I had my stop right above. So what happened was when that catalyst came out and it pushed Apple's stock up, it just straight like took me out. I just got, if I was in the
that's true. I
battlefield,
remember.
it just straight took me out. Okay. So it took me out of the trade, and you had that move, but then, it was kind of like real rocky from there, and it hit this high of 198, but it hasn't really been able to push it above.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'm going to wait till Friday and see, because if we can close below 194 by Friday,
Then we go.
191. Actually, yeah, I want to actually see that it can't hold this. Okay, I want to see that we close below, because technically this is your flag here.
Yeah. But Desiree, remember when it bumped you out, that's when I got my call.
When it bumped me out. When it bumped me out.
It bumped out her put. So I was like, oh.
I'm done with it. I'm so hurt. Oh, you got bumped out. Let me go in the opposite direction. Oh my God. Okay. So this is the support here, guys, which is, okay. So we know that this was the resistance on the higher time frames, but we're a little bit above it. This is the support at 192. If this Friday we close below this level here, this could be signs of a pullback too. So we'll be checking this week to see if these stocks can hold above these support levels. And you can see we're getting close to the support on QQQ, SPY, Apple, Microsoft. We're like really below this flag area right here on the weekly.
Right.
So this week, I want to see if we can close below these levels or if we hold them. Because if we hold them, we're still in these bullish trends where we're trending up and down, and because we're looking to break. But if we can't hold these areas, we're breaking the bullish trend. Okay. And pullbacks are coming, I believe. So that's kind of where we're at in the market. Right now, I see that we're at these support levels, because this is 192, which we hit a low of 193. Okay. So now the question is, can we hold them? Okay. Can we hold them? And remember, during the week, we can go as far as 187. But if we close above these levels by Friday, we held them. Okay. So even if we go to 187, but we close above these levels on Friday, we held them. But if we only go as low as 193, and this is where we close out on Friday, we broke. Then we broke. Okay, well, that's a sign of break, because you got fake out and all that other stuff, but that's a sign that we broke. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we're paying attention to, because this is what I charted for Apple. So when I took the puts, this was my whole strategy. Okay. So I got resistance here, which was around the 194. And because the way that we calculated it with Apple, like this was the calculation of the breakout, right? With Apple. So you had this is a flag here. You had this breakout from here to here, which is 156 to 174, which was 56, 66. Like, I think it was like close to $20. And from here to the next resistance was around the same price. So this was the new high. So this was before all this came in. This was the calculation of resistance. So now that it's up here, this is the top on Apple right now. Now they could break and go to like 212 or whatever the next target is, because when stock could break, they don't just because this was my estimated target, just because of the previous what happened previous. This is an estimated target for me, but it doesn't mean that that's where it's going to actually fall. But we just know that it is a resistance point. And it's funny because we're completely overbought on the weekly. Now, if we push above this level here, if we can get out this flag, then yes, the next break up would be 212. And you can see that it's we have it as target here. 212 if it breaks out above this level. If it falls below this level, then this is the target, which is support. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at with Apple right now. I'm not going on a call. If they break above this level, good for them. I'm not touching them. They're too high for me. I don't want to touch them, right? But I would be more comfortable taking a put with them if we can't hold these levels, okay? Because look, we've been, even on the daily, we've been overbought with them. Like here, we're overbought. And my thing is like, I don't want to take a call at resistance. I just don't want to take a call at resistance. If I'm going to take a call, I would wait for it to come to support. So for me, it only makes sense to take a put at resistance, not a call, right? So. But that's kind of where we're at here in the market, guys. So at this point, we just kind of got to observe and wait. And we had some falls pre-market. We're hitting these support levels. Now the question is, can we hold them?
Yeah. So, so Des.
Yeah.
so I bounce back and forth between Thinkorswim and TradingView, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, you say how you just like you have this magic of just being able to identify these patterns, like the flags and the and all of these. I was like, geez, I need to learn these flags. I need to learn some of these patterns, right? I go and I go in TradingView, and I said there got to be an indicator that shows the patterns. Like if you can't see it with the naked eye, like how you can see it with the naked eye,
right?
That can show the patterns, right?
Right.
Sure enough, I found it. You want to see it?
Share it?
Yeah. When he started talking, I was like, London, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Let me share.
Oh, that's his screensaver.
Let me share. Hold on. Okay. I can share my TradingView. This is not the kind of chart that Des likes, but boy, this is
I must be a mess. It looks like a toddler came in just threw all over it.
This is so interesting. Hold on. Don't get scared, Des. Hold on. Can you see?
Des is changing.
Oh,
that's a lot of activity.
My head's spinning.
So
yeah, I see it.
This is Walmart, right? And this is Walmart on the 65-minute chart, right? 65-minute up here.
Okay.
You see how it overlays the triangle patterns? Like this was it formed a triangle here.
Yeah.
And then it broke out of that triangle. See, as soon as it broke that triangle, it came down. This is the rectangle pattern. So you can see in the yellow, it was making a it was hitting right?
Yeah.
And as soon as it broke that rectangular pattern, it went down. Right. So now you can see, but it also is forming a pattern along what they call this is the name of it.
A rising wedge.
The rising wedge.
No, that was an earlier pattern, which is
that one. Yeah.
But this green one.
What is that? Is that what is that? Is that a triangle?
The green one is let me see the name of it.
Yeah, triangle.
This one here.
Is that a falling wedge?
This is geez, I can't see it, but this is the name of it in the back here.
That's not a falling wedge.
But this is a triangle. I mean, this is not a triangle. It's
I want to see what that name is. Can you move to try to get behind it and see what it is?
Okay.
If you point in the center of it, won't it tell you?
So my question is like, okay, with the first triangle that you have,
this one here,
and then I mean it broke out to the corner right of the triangle,
right?
Is that a signal to us that it's time for puts? If it was calls, would it break out from the top right? I mean, like what does it mean? What does this triangle mean? Like how do you?
Okay, let me go on the 15-minute chart and see if I can show you those. So okay, hold on.
Right. Okay.
Rising wedge. No, that wasn't it, was it?
Because like
there it is. Bullish pivot. Bullish pennant. There it is.
Right. So no, this was a bullish pennant here. This one here. Bullish
Okay.
pennant? No, yeah, that's a bullish pennant, correct. And so it gives you the targets, right?
Oh,
Like
I
if
see.
you were to break out of this,
Londell always comes up with this
if you were to
new.
break out of this,
Yeah, we need this though. We need
it gives you
Yes.
the target here.
savvy technology.
Target.
So,
Yeah.
so what, I can't remember the name of it. I've been out of this for way too long. What, indicator or strategy is this on, TradingView?
So in the TradingView strategy, if I go into indicators, hold on, let me see here.
I mean, this is good to probably, you know, do a little bit of research and play around with.
So all chart patterns right here.
All chart patterns. Let me write that down.
Right.
Can you also, before you, after you do that, can you do that same, look at the higher time frames? I want to see these patterns on the monthly and weekly too.
So on the weekly, let me see if it performs the patterns on the weekly. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just give you the rectangle, which is what we're trading in, the rectangles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got some patterns inside the rectangle.
But yeah, you have for smaller
time frames,
right? But but it shows
but it shows it's gonna rise out of the rectangle. It shows bullish though for the week.
It shows bullish for the weekly, and it gives a target up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the target? We got 210. I have 172. But I'm gonna tell you guys, the thing about when I do targets on these higher time frames, it might seem like a lot from 160 to 172, like in your eyes. But to be honest, I'm very, very. It could be a lot more. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You're
conservative.
conservative.
I'm very conservative, and this is what I used to tell you guys. Like, I'm very, because I just want to make sure that I hit my target. And the thing is, if the target on Walmart, okay, they said I mean, I've seen 210 everywhere. You can always take 90% and sell it at 172, and then let the last one take it to the last, right? To the last target. So that's something that, you know, we can do. Yeah. If, you know, if it breaks up, but let me see what the monthly is on it. I'm glad that Walmart is showing bullish here on the weekly. But we gotta freaking, we gotta stay. Yeah, see, even
so this is a rising wedge here. No, and they're saying a rising wedge is a bearish signal. So if it falls below the bottom of this rising wedge, then you see these are the targets.
Yeah. But we're not even taking it there.
Right.
If it falls below this top part here, if it can't hold above this resistance area, which is, look at that green line. Where is your green line at right now? I think it's like 159 point something.
This one here?
No, all the way at top, the top of that wedge. Nope, down right here, top of this wedge, which is the 161. So if it now go to the dotted white line right below. Yeah, what's that dotted? Yep, right there, up a little bit. This is where our stop. My stop is around like 155.4. But if it can't hold this area here, that's when, we gotta get out. Because right now, if you look at it above, if you look at that last green candle and that red candle, you see how it's above the dotted white line. Anything below that white line is no bueno.
That's my stop.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I had put an alert. That's why the white line is there.
But you see how you're managing your risk though? You see the risk level, like the management?
Yeah. And then if you look at SoFi, hold on, sorry. I love my mouse, so I'm using the
man, you've been all up in SoFi. I can tell. Oh, what's the target? What's the target?
So the target, like how it broke out of that triangle.
Yeah.
The target was
13.
1286, right? And then once it hit the target, it will show that it, like if I go on the smaller time frame, it will show when it hit various targets. And then
have you been able to track them to see how accurate their targets are?
Yeah, especially on the 15-minute. On the 15-minute. Wow, look here. And I just started this last night, but you can see like it formed this fallen wedge here.
And then it fell through it.
And then it fell through.
Yeah. What was the target? Oh, did it have a target under?
This had a target if it broke above it.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
bullish. Yeah.
See,
and
it said
below.
fallen wedge, status failed.
Yeah, I see that.
Right.
And that happens all the time where patterns fell. And that's why we have, and this is a good scenario too, because even where it automatically has that it's bullish and it has a target, but it fell pattern. That's the thing. A lot of like traders, what you have a hard time with is that when it fails pattern to accept the failure, right? That's that's what a lot of us have an issue with. So if the pattern failed, we have to accept that it failed, and we need to be out in this area once we recognize the fail. Yeah.
Because it even labels like the bullish engulfing, like this first one, you know, this was a bullish engulfing. So look at the little run here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's cheat code, but it helps.
I like it. Yeah. But it's nice to have this as long as you, like you said, when you're back and forth between here and Thinkorswim, because as long as you can see the chart, as long as you have a couple that's naked and that you can see clearly price action, and then, you know, have those, I think that's good. I mean, I would like for you to kind of like start sharing that with us in the mornings.
Yes.
Because some of us, like for me, I'm just so simple. Like all of that stuff would confuse me, but you make it look really nice.
Yeah, if you can show it and explain it, that's better.
As long as I'm to my desk, I'm driving in the mornings all the time. Once I get to my desk, but I was looking to see, because if those indicators are in TradingView, then those same indicators got to be in Thinkorswim.
I mean, I know that there is some, I can show you tomorrow, but there is indicators where you can choose whatever patterns you want to look for. So if you want flag, pennant, whatever, you can put it in there. It's just like a
oh, that's awesome.
That's
but
great.
I can show you where you can put it in there.
I thought I saw that and I wasn't sure, but that's what it kind of implied. So I'm glad you confirmed that.
Yeah, because my mentor, he used to have that because I had his station, you know, like his station when I, like, you know how you guys have like my station. So I have like his station as well when I was in training, and one of the charts, like we had like 5 or 6 charts, like the way his station was, and it was all different. And one of the stations, it had like all the patterns, the pennant, the flag, you know, whatever. So when you look at the chart, it kind of looked like yours, but a lot messier, like just freaking finding patterns everything. So I know it is in Thinkorswim.
Yeah, but I wish I had it last week. I just found it last. I was like, gotta be a way. Gotta be
a way to find these patterns. Actually, I like the one in TradingView better because I like how it sets targets.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that in Thinkorswim. It just shows the patterns and kind of like eyes it for you. But with TradingView, I like how it sets those targets if the patterns play out, and then if it fails, it says pattern fell. Like that's dope. But that is actually good to recognize and look, like as I pull up charts, Hondo, when you get in, if you can pull your screen up to kind of go through the same thing, like if the pattern fails, then it can go below XYZ. And even if I'm like, okay, well, we look like we're bullish, you can always confirm it with TradingView to see if the system is also showing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And just like we did with Walmart, even though the weekly was bullish, it's showing that the monthly is bearish, like it's going to reject again, right? So we got to be prepared for that. But that also keeps us conditioned that if the pattern fails, we need to be out. Don't stay there. It doesn't matter, right? So it gets you out of that frame of mind of only going one way, right? Because if you only think about it going one way, then you ignore any failed patterns, and depending on how much money you invested, you can lose all of it. And that's what we don't want to do. As a trader, our goal is to control the losses. We can have 60% losses and still win. Okay.
That's only if you don't have your stops though, right there.
Exactly. Even if I get stopped out of Walmart, I made my money back in NEO.
Yes,
okay?
exactly.
Because the NEO is, I have like my profit for NEO is going to be more than what I'm risking in Walmart. And my trade in Walmart is higher. But the thing is, I'm only risking a little bit because my strategy was very strategic. Where I got in at was very strategic. Where I set my loss at is very strategic. So I'm only going to lose a very small percentage.
True. And you could have gained too at this, because remember I came out like twice already with profits.
Yeah, but my stop is
so,
right below my
yes,
entry point, because my stop is around like 155.4. That's
right.
yeah, if I get out now, but I'm trying to see if my pattern holds. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But that's why entry is so important, guys. Entry is the core foundation.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is, in order to really succeed in trading, just like how entry is core, so is controlling your losses. It's literally equal but different, but very important. Both is very important. You
because
know,
we had a good entry, because we came in just like at 158, and it did go to 160 plus.
Yeah, so, 160. Yep, it's close to like 161. So
that's correct.
Yep. So the thing is, we went out, guys. We went out a few months, so it's not as volatile. It's not weekly contracts, you know, where the P&L is going crazy, right? So going down a couple dollars isn't going to really like be a large percentage, because now we're doing monthly contracts, okay? Not quarterly. I mean not weekly, because in weekly contracts are extremely volatile. But the further you go out, the less volatility. And also, there's not a big hit on theta. So as you're holding overnight, you're not worrying about losing 20, 30 cents. You're only losing, 0.01, sometimes 0.00, just depends on what contract you got, but between 1 and 3 cents. Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that was a good lesson. That was a
good
lesson. Thank you, Londell, for showing that to us. And also, everybody, thank you, everyone, for coming in today. And I feel like if we can be consistent, we can learn from each other, because we learn from each other all the time, and we read each other. And like I told them, like, I don't want to, like, don't follow me as a guru. I might follow you guys. Who knows? You know?
I told you Londell is vying for your position.
No. The person who getting all the hits should.
That's because Ruth. Okay, y'all hear Ruth's name? Ruth is ruthless.
Ruth is ruthless. I mean, she is ruthless.
I'm learning from Londell, man.
No, don't try that. You're ruthless.
She's ruthless, but you know what she gets? But y'all gotta watch out for Ruth, because she be getting those moves from them.
But I'm gonna get the description of the various chart patterns, so you know what they mean and what it means when you see it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Des. See, this is all possible for you.
Thank you.
All right,
guys. I do have a question.
Sure.
I know, like, I couldn't, like, I've been kind of in and out. Thank you, Londell. I did catch part of that part. The next swing play, like, it sounded like I got an entry that was kind of a ways out. Which stock was that? I just wasn't in it.
MSFT and MS Microsoft. So what I'm doing for Microsoft, we're gonna wait though, because we need them to close below. They need to close below 334.47. So, and that's on the weekly chart. So if they don't hold 330, let's see, they don't hold 334.47, that's a sign of a failed pattern. And let me show you here. Hold on, let me share screen. Okay, here. This is what we're looking at right here. So if they cannot hold this area here and it closes below here on the weekly, then this would be the failed pattern move. But they gotta close below this level. And you see how when I said it doesn't matter how long they go, if they close above it, it's still holding, right? So here they hit a low of 327, but they closed above it, right? They closed above this level. They have to close below here for us to see that there's a possible break below. And if it's a possible break below and they can't hold it, it's a failed pattern like here. You see, this is the weekly candle, and you see how all of these levels were holding. for all of these weeks here. We were holding in these areas. But then it closed below, and guess what it did? Boom, boom. So we're waiting for the close below. Here it closed below, opened up below, but you can see it brought it back up that week. So it was a lot of bullish momentum, but this was the week that it had a big bearish candle, closed below it, then it couldn't get back above it. So that's what we're waiting for, is for the break below and to show us that it's closing below this area to give us an indication that they're possibly breaking this little rectangle here. And then if they do fall, or if they do break it, this would be the next level down for target. From here to here, which is about 22, 32, we'll say about 22, 32, about maybe 10, 11 bucks from here to here. All right, but we'll be watching it every morning and kind of looking at the volume. And that's kind of what we do, guys. Every single morning, we can kind of see the volume on these stocks, and we can see the volume in the market. So it helps us with decision making too, because if we stay bearish this week and we just start falling, we'll be able to know. If we maintain strength and the bulls come back in and we can see that there's more volume, we know because we're in it every single morning. So it kind of helps us with where the energy is at in the market, or where the volume is in the market. But we know that if we fall below these, targets of XYZ, then we're breaking patterns. And that's what we're looking for, to try to get, good entries. And we don't always get good entries, guys. I told y'all I got an Apple at 194 at the top, and I ended up getting stopped out after their little freaking earnings move. Their earnings move. But what's crazy is it went all the way up and then went back down, just like
exactly.
Not like Microsoft, but
But wait a minute, don't we have like significant earnings before the bell? Londell, what's up with the earnings chart? Did Londell go?
I didn't check I was doing other stuff, Root. I didn't check.
All you care about is Sophie. Let's face it.
Oh man, look at.
Because I had some targeted. When is Microsoft has earnings? Let's not forget. Did that come already? I don't think so. Did it?
I don't know, Ruth, but that's your job. Earnings is Ruth's job.
Well, Londell took it over. Okay?
No. You are earnings. I was doing Catalyst. I was doing like.
Okay, that's your story.
No.
Okay. All right then. Well, we'll see. I'll text in the thing if I find out anything.
It's my fault, guys. I keep saying I'm gonna create a PowerPoint.
I say give it to Dawn. Give it to Dawn.
No, I say no. Because Dawn will get buried on the work and forget all about us. That's she has to prove herself first.
I'm right here.
Prove herself first.
But I'll text Londell if there's anything significant before the bell or after, because after earnings play is kind of a nice little coup sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially if you do a strangle.
Exactly. So
yeah.
Well, after earnings you don't even need to do a strangle, because then you'll see what direction it's going in.
So yeah, I meant before earnings. Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, guys, we may have, if we're having a real pullback right now, if we lose these bullish levels, there could be a lot of opportunities, because there's a lot there's a lot of stocks at the top right now, so we can just kind of, it's like being in a pool and you can just I choose this one, I choose
Look
that
at
one.
SQQ.
So, sorry, remind me, what is so with Walmart? What was our levels with Walmart? Was it 57?
So it was 172.
No, I meant
but the 157.71 was it? There's not to break under
150. Yeah, it was 150. Yep, you're on it. Yep, 157.7.
Oh, I'm watching it.
And that's on the close, right? Not intraday, right?
That's the close. Yep.
The close of the day or week?
The week. So I have that on the close of the week, but I still have my stop at 155 though.
Yeah.
Because
I'm watching it.
The thing is with Walmart, I just don't want them to go crazy, because I'm just I just if I get stopped out at 155 and they're still good, we can re-enter. But
yes,
anything below that, I don't want to take no risk. But yes, you want to look at, like you said, the closing of the week below that level. So even if it goes down a little bit, even if it goes to 156, but it can still hold and it closes back above 157. Yeah, but if it closes below 157 on the weekly and it still didn't hit my 155, I'm still out. So I'll break even at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? So that also is another way to minimize your loss, right? Because if it breaks below that level, then you know that it's failing the pattern and you don't want to take that risk. So all right, guys. Well, I'll see you all this morning and thank you everyone for coming in.
All right,
Thanks,
take care.
Beth.
All
Bye,
right.
everyone. Take care.